Dental Park at Hadlock Field on a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon as we wrap up the series with the Altoona Curve, celebrating America's 250th birthday with 4th of July weekend festivities. I'm Emma Tatum alongside Perry Kitai, and we had a game for the ages last night in front of a sold-out crowd at Delta.
Had his opportunity and really took advantage of it yesterday.
And then, of course, it would be Franklin Arias who would eventually drive home Martinez for that first run of the game, a sacrifice fly. Martinez for that first run of the game, a sacrifice fly, a few feet shy of a home run, but put Portland up 1-0. And then it was Auburn Leando doing Auburn Leando things, starting things off with an opposite field single.
And then later on in that game, well, we'll get to that later in just a moment. But today, or last night, Anthony Ianson did this potential baseball history, diving off the mound, 2 outs on 1 pitch, and then Leando came through with the walk-off hit. His second walk-off of the season, continues his clutch hitting with runners in scoring position lately. He has been that guy you want at the plate with runners on base.
No better feeling of walking it off on the 4th of July in front of a packed house. And now the Sea Dogs will look to wrap up the series as they turn to the right-hander, Blake Wehunt. Wehunt, the reigning Eastern League Pitcher of the Week. He is 3-4 this season with a 3.77 ERA and 11 starts. Has tossed 43 innings, allowing 18 earned runs on 40 hits, 12 walks, and 57 strikeouts, holding opposing hitters to a .245 batting average. Today's battery is Wehunt on the mound and Nate Baez behind the plate catching. And Baez has been behind the plate catching pretty frequently in this series. Goes to show just how much confidence the Red Sox have in Baez's ability defensively behind the plate and also receiving as well. And it'll be Kaner Delgado to lead things off here in the top of the first. Delgado, Gorson, and Dimitru due up against the Sea Dogs, sporting the patriotic jerseys once again this Sunday afternoon. Delgado in on the left side as the tall right-hander Wehunt looks in. First pitch, swing, and he fouls it back for strike one. First pitch delivered at 1:07. I think that we can say the heat wave is officially over and past us. It is 80 degrees, sunny, and only 49% humidity, dew point at 59. Slight breeze blowing out towards left center field, and just overall a really pleasant afternoon to wrap up this homestand. Sea Dogs will take to the road beginning on Tuesday in New Hampshire for the final series before the All-Star break. Delgado in on the left side again as Wehunt looks over the top of his glove. The 0-1. Called strike on the inside part of the plate. Wehunt masterful last week, 6 shutout innings. Nearly perfect with just 1 hit, the one blemish on the line. He didn't even issue a walk. Had 8 strikeouts across those 6 innings of work. Ahead in the count here. Here's the 0-2 to Delgado. Low and inside, ball 1. Goes off speed with a slider.
Wehunt was just phenomenal last week. He looked completely in control of the zone. He was mixing up those fastballs with his breaking balls. His defense had his back, but he was the star of the show in that one.
Infield shifted to the right side as Wehunt looks in. Rocks and deals the 1-2. Misses low and inside. Goes back to the curveball, and the count evens 2-2.
Also, he's in a similar position today. Last Sunday, the Sea Dogs pitchers had such a good week that they had almost their entire bullpen available on Sunday, so they were able to pitch it like a big league game, said pitching coach Juan Rivera. He told his guys to go out there and just throw gas for 1 inning each.
2-2, low and inside again, ball 3.
With the Sandoval start yesterday and then the Ianson 5 innings after that, there's probably a lot of guys available too today. So if Wehunt can get pretty deep into this game, the Sea Dogs have some really good arms that can come in and just put their best stuff out there.
And Wehunt gets his first strikeout of the ball game after Kaner Delgado strikes out on a pitch clock violation. Took too long to get ready in the left-handed batter's box, and that is our first Hedstrom Electric strikeout cancer in kids of the day. And what was going to be a payoff pitch ended up in a strikeout without Wehunt even throwing that 6th pitch of the at-bat. Here's the pitch to Gorson. Swing, and he hits it on the line, first base side for strike 1. Yeah, bullpen had a complete day off yesterday, going into the final game of the series. And this is also the time of year, too, that players do have that all-star break kind of circled on the calendar. Bodies are starting to feel it this first half of the season. There's the 0-1. This is low and inside, and the count evens 1-1. So if you can have a day where you save your entire bullpen at this part of the season, I would equate it to late August. Being able to save some arms that late in the season as well, it's a dream scenario for a manager as the 1-1 pitch is grounded first base side and foul again for strike 2. And we did have some roster moves ahead of today's game with Caleb Bolden returning to Portland after his promotion to Worcester and his first AAA outing. And then it was Patrick Halligan who was promoted earlier today, and he will be with the Woo Sox in Syracuse for their series finale against the AAA Mets affiliate. So again, this time of year, just trying to find those arms that are able to throw. Here's the 1-2 to Gorson, and he swings through it for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Blake Wehunt to begin the top of the first inning as he got him with the changeup.
Back-to-back strikeouts, that one probably feels a little bit better to Wehunt, really earning it instead of the pitch clock violation. But again, just coming out looking really in control here today. You mentioned Halligan. That's now his 4th organization that he's reached AAA with. The Red Sox, the Royals, the Astros, and the Braves.
There's the first pitch to Titus Dimitru, and it's low and inside for ball 1. So Halligan, no stranger to the AAA level. And actually now we have some slight arm twisting in the Cedar Hugs bullpen right now. Here's the 1-0. Driven to right center field into the gap. That drops in for a base hit. Dimitru around first, heading into second as the ball kicks below the wall. Taylor tosses it in. It's a 2-out double for Titus Dimitru, his 15th of the season.
Callan Moss.
There's Callan Moss.
Titus Dimitru has just been phenomenal this week. He's had a multi-hit game in every game he's played except for last night when he just had one single in a game where hits were really hard to come by for both teams. Might have to do with the fact that he got engaged here in Portland last week. Vibes are high for Dimitru.
First pitch swinging, fouled right side out of play for strike 1.
But he and Callan Moss, this duo back-to-back in the order, have been the heart of the offense for Altoona this whole series.
Moss reached base twice yesterday. He was actually the ghost runner at second. That was doubled up by Anthony Ianson in the 10th inning. The 0-1. This is low, and the count evens 1-1. I'm sure Anthony Ianson had a good chat on MLB Network Radio this morning. Majors and minors. After what could be a historic 10th inning, and Ianson following up Patrick Sandoval yesterday, the 1-1. Swing and a bouncing ball third base side for strike 2. And based on my research, we looked it up trying to see if a 2-batter inning has ever happened before. And it has, technically, because there has been one 2-pitch inning in the history of baseball. That was on August 16th in 2025 with the Astros. It's only happened in the American League, never happened in the National League. Obviously, it was in the extra innings with that zombie runner at second. The 1-2 to Moss misses low and outside, and the count evens 2-2. But MLB research team is looking up to see just how many 2-batter innings that there have been. Obviously, that would only be possible ever since the institution of the runner placed at second base. So would only have to go back to not too far. It's a 2-2 pitch. It's a called strike inside part of the plate. Blake Wehunt strikes out the side as the strand arrives.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
At Fenway. Off the bat of Chang, center fielder back, and he will have a sliding triple. 2-2 pitch. Going back, it's over his head. Chen with his second extra base knock, the 3-2. In front of the berm, and it carries out of here. And he bunts. Holderman turns, throws, base hit, and Chang will be a third, and he's done it on a bunt and a cycle for that guy.
He began the season with 1 earned run in 13 innings as Eloy lifts that one in the deep left center. That one's at the wall, and the Keys go back-to-back to open the night. 1-2 to Eloy. Fly ball deep left center. That one is not coming back. Kiss it goodbye. Goes Titan Kennedy Hayes, the 3-1. A fly ball left center. It's at the wall. That ball is off the second level and gone.
0-2. Flown into right. Robinson in the alley. It's Troy cutting it off. Tommy Troy. He laid fully out.
Hi, I'm Dexter at Rowe in sales. We really do work harder for your business.
The law firm of Shahid & Gordon is where good people do good work, and when it comes down to it, we believe everyone should know a good lawyer. From personal injury to family law and so much more, it's different here. There's that breeze that we've been dying for the last couple of days here in Portland. Nice windy day, keeping everyone cool, as it already is pretty cool considering we were in the mid-90s a few days ago. Here's the first pitch to Franklin Arias. This is inside for ball 1. Nice sunny 80-degree day in Portland, Maine. This is the type of weather that draws people up north. Here's the 1-0. And Arias sends it hard down the right field line, heading into the corner. And that is a foul ball for Arias. Connected on a fastball at 94, and will head back to the plate with an even 1-1 count.
Nearly led off with a double for the second straight game. Tied for the team lead in that category right now with Nate Baez, Marvin Alcantara. All three of them have 16 this season.
Arias facing the right-hander, and Kyle Robinson making his curve debut. He was acquired in a trade from the A's a few weeks ago. A 1-1 pitch is fouled back and to our right for strike 2. It was promoted from High A Greensboro, 3-0 record, a 4.26 ERA and 7 starts, 126 WHIP. Rocks and fires the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and out number 1 in the bottom of the first inning. And in his Double-A debut, he gets the top prospect for the Red Sox on a swinging strikeout. Got him with the slider, and here comes Nick Sogard.
At 84 miles an hour, came across from the outside top corner to the low and inside corner.
First pitch, called strike on the low and outside corner. Sogard having a good week on his Major League rehab assignment from the Boston Red Sox as the 1-1 pitch misses high and outside, ball 2. 3 incredible defensive plays at shortstop yesterday, and Sogard at first base today. The 1-1 bounces it right side of the infield. Gorson to his left, fields and tosses over to first. Quickly 2 outs in the bottom of the inning for the Sea Dogs. Here comes Nate Baez. Base is empty and 2 away for the catcher. Robinson with a tall presence on the mound, 6'6", 225 pounds. As the first pitch is a called strike out of Vienna, Virginia.
It's the same hometown of Patrick Halligan.
Yeah, we've had a lot of kind of overlap hometowns this week as the 0-1 is tapped foul at the plate. You had Dalton Rogers from Brandon, Mississippi. Landon Tompkins for Altoona, also from Brandon. Oh-2. Just misses inside with the curveball, and looked like Robinson might have thought that was going to be a called strike 3. So the count falls to 1-2. 1-2. High and inside with the fastball at 95, and the count evens. Robinson had a really strong month of June. He was 3-0 with Greensboro, 2.63 ERA. As the signs, here's the 2-2. Swing and a ball tip foul third base side. Baez continues to battle. Robinson looks in. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and out number 3 in the bottom of the first is Kyle Robinson.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Most of the other Saints relievers have appeared.
3-2 on 2-2 brings one home, and Bolte stings it to deep right field. Fatco's at the track. He runs out of room. It's gone. Henry Bolte continues his magical pace. His 9th straight at bat, ending in a hit, is his 3rd home run in the last 2 days.
Tell you what, he is really making a case.
One of the personal touches on the uniform is the gray, making it look like it's the old wool.
The great thing about the Birmingham Black Barons uniforms, very simple in regards to the triangle B and the block lettering for Birmingham across the chest.
This is something that's a little bit more geared towards the players. Having the tribute to Negro League, I think this is going to be a marquee moment for them in their journey.
To be able to honor and salute the legacy and contributions of the Negro League legends is just unbelievable.
Successful than quitting cold turkey. Quit like a Mainer. Enroll online at MaineQuitLink.com or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Phenomenal job.
Top of the second, back in Portland, Sea Dogs and Curves scoreless through 1 after a pretty epic ending to our Bilderberger promotion.
That was a phenomenal race.
Our friends from BIW really getting competitive in there a little bit.
Yeah, that was our security department versus the crew of one of our actual destroyers, so that was pretty exciting to watch. Security lost.
Yeah, oh wow. Well, great segue into our guest in the booth for this half inning, Patrick, the apprenticeship program manager for General Dynamics Bath Iron Works, our annual guest. There's the first pitch to Lonnie White Jr., and it's fouled back in the netting for strike 1. Obviously, Military Appreciation Day today with the Sea Dogs, and that kind of partnership with BIW, that's a no-brainer, it seems like.
Absolutely. It's just a great partnership. It's been a great 5-year run doing this Military Appreciation Game. Couldn't be happier to be here.
There's the 0-1 from Wehunt. And misses outside. Count evens 1-1. And BIW continues to be a leading employer of veterans with a variety of jobs that you have to offer them. You mentioned for your Bilderberger participants, security and crew on a destroyer. There's the 1-1. Misses high and outside.
100%. It's one of the statistics that we're very proud of. Our president, Chuck Crew, is actually a veteran himself of the United States Army. So something that we really like to talk about a lot.
Now, and I just found out about the destroyer being built today. Is there a chance we're going to see it in Casco Bay at any time?
So, I mean, I can't say too much about that, but it's. I think the intent is for that to happen this year. So, I would keep your eyes peeled for something awesome coming down the river for sure.
I mean, that was one of the coolest things. I saw a ship a couple years ago. It just happened to be at the Old Port, glancing out and thinking that you typically don't see every day in Portland, not to mention just on the U.S.
Absolutely.
Coast. One of the coolest things about living in Maine is the first pitch to Taylor's a called strike.
Yeah, and I mean, so I got out of the Army in 2020 and started with the company going through their military hiring process, and walking in and seeing the ships as an Army person was very eye-opening.
Oh, I bet. Well, because there's also a little rivalry there, right, between Navy and Army?
We would call it friendly.
Friendly,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, every year, those two come to meet once and play a football game that everybody talks about. But I think that friendly rivalry exists in everything, whether that's dominoes or a football game.
My grandfather served in the Navy in World War II, and he was nice to obviously all his fellow military brethren, but if Army was brought up, there would be a little comment or two. 0-2 misses high and inside for ball 1. But let's talk now back to BIW, because so many things to offer for veterans, especially if they're maybe just getting out of service and thinking about what's next.
Right. So
1-2 pitch. You're a veteran at this.
I'm getting better.
You're
I know when to let you
pausing.
call it. So we do. We have quite a few programs that we've brought into BIW. Probably the primary being the Department of War's SkillBridge program. When I started with the company, that was my baby. It's basically an internship for veterans as they separate from service. Allows them to come in and try and align their skill set with civilian employment. We've been highly successful at converting.
Well, because I would imagine that's such a huge transition from one thing into kind of civilian life, and especially special too if they're already from Maine.
Yeah, and I mean, as a person who's lived it,
Right.
it was great to be on the other end trying to help people navigate that. So BIW's been great about affording veterans those opportunities.
There's a 1-0 pitch to Ryan McCarty with 2 outs in the top of the second. Grounds it foul third base side. Now, with this 4th of July weekend, we see the America 250 logo on the first base side on the field. Is it extra special as a veteran to see everyone come together and celebrate 250 years of the country?
Absolutely. I mean, we have almost 1,000 veterans in our yard, so you could see the pride starting to build up as we led up to the 4th of July. So it's even better to be a part of this game out here representing the company and the veterans that work for us.
A 1-1 pitch misses high and inside for ball 2. Well, and we celebrate all weekend too, which I think is nice. It's not a middle of the week thing. It's a Saturday night. You can take the whole weekend and reflect on why we are able to do this type of celebration.
And all the fireworks I've heard that have been going on to even make it that much better. It's been a great 4th for everyone.
There's the 2-1 from Blake Wehunt. This is high and inside, ball 3. Now, there are 2 outs in the inning. You know the drill, 3-out opportunity here. But in case we get cut off, if people are listening and they're interested on maybe joining the team at BIW, where should they start looking?
Well, I mean, I would honestly start at BIWcareers.com. To be honest, I am going to be handing the reins of everything military hiring related to another individual by the name of Nicole Bacon, who is an Air Force veteran herself, works in the training department and has a lot of energy. So we're not slowing down. Start the search with BIWcareers.com. It's got Nicole Bacon's contact info, but I'm not going anywhere.
There's the payoff pitch, and that misses high for ball 4.
Look at that. We got more time to talk.
There we go. See, I jinxed it.
That was
so
wonderful.
Now it's all in the plan here, Patrick.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, so if you're staying with the company, which means that BIW still has opportunities for you to go on to other opportunities, but it sounds like you might be maybe expanding the veteran workforce as well.
Yeah, so I actually run the apprenticeship program now, which is Chapter 33 authorized. So that means those individuals out there with 9/11 GI Bill benefits, they could benefit from our apprenticeship program if they're looking to earn a degree and earn while you learn. But yeah, I will continue having some sort of impact. To what degree, I don't really know.
With some sort.
Absolutely. It's hard to leave that community.
1-0 pitch to Polanco is sent high into right center field. Taylor moves over and makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Well, Patrick, thank you so much. Best of luck for everything in the future with BIW. Thank you for your service. We are here because of people like you, and we head to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless in Portland on the Sea Dogs Radio Network.
This one bolted deep down the left field line, and that ball is gone. He's the league leader in home runs. He won't get there because it's gone. 2-home run game for Joshua Baez. Deep down the left field line, it's a 3-home run ball game. Admire the shot. It's a 4-homer game for Joshua Baez. The meteoric rise of Joshua Baez.
The design for the HVR jersey is inspired from the national flag colors of Bhutan. The saffron represents the monastic division. The yellow represents the monarch. And the dragon is a white dragon, a peaceful dragon.
I think probably the coolest feature though is the Druk, which is the dragon and is the national symbol of Bhutan. Really happy to integrate that in the jerseys. I think they came out really nice.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Keep the lights on.
Hospital boat that was docked in New York City. It was like
Bottom of the second inning back in Portland. There's a good shot of our wonderful grounds crew celebrating America's 250th, presented by USAA. We talked with Patrick from General Dynamics Bath Iron Works earlier. Great contingent of veterans in attendance here on this Military Appreciation Day as the first pitch. They appeal to the first base umpire, Chad Westlake. And Brooks Brandon did not go around. Count goes to 1-0. And the pitch is a swing and a miss. The count evens 1-1. And I highly recommend, if you're listening, you're wondering what General Dynamics Bath Iron Works is, you can go up to Bath, Maine, and see the ships that they're working on, literally just from the highway. As the 1-1 pitch drops in a curveball for a called strike 2 on the inside part of the plate. It's really impressive setup down there. And if you're lucky, how I alluded to with Patrick in the top of the inning, if you time up your visit to the Old Port right, you might be seeing one of those huge ships go by Casco Bay while you're just hanging out on the Old Port, maybe having a lobster at High Roller or something, and out for a walk, and you just see one of the ships built by BIW as Brandon threads the needle on the left side, a leadoff base hit in the bottom of the second, after Kyle Robinson was able to retire the side in order in the bottom of the first.
Robinson has been very breaking ball heavy in this outing. The slider definitely the most utilized pitch. That at bat was going back and forth between the slider and the curveball. Brandon had just seen the slider for ball 4. Maybe thought the curveball was coming and guessed right on it because he was right on top of that pitch at the top of the zone.
First pitch to Alcantara, swing and a miss, bounces away from Escudero. Up to second goes Brandon on the wild pitch. And now the Sea Dogs have a runner at second with nobody out. And Escudero, we saw have a little bit of trouble the last time he played on Wednesday. See here on MLB TV replay. In that first inning on Wednesday, here's the 0-1, high drive to center field. Taylor to the track, gives it a look. Kiss it goodbye, it's gone. Marvin Alcantara blasts that one 423 feet to center field, and the Sea Dogs take the 2-0 lead in the bottom of the second.
Robinson left that slider right over the middle of the plate, and Alcantara took full advantage. We knew from the crack of the bat.
That is now 30 RBI for Marvin Alcantara. Alcantara's been all through the lineup. We've seen him top of the order, bottom of the order, middle of the order all season long. First pitch to Matt Frazier, misses low for ball 1. And Alcantara just continues to produce wherever he is put in the lineup. Comes through there to take advantage of the leadoff base runner in Brooks Brandon. 1-0 to Frazier. Low and inside, ball 2. Frazier in his 8th game with the Sea Dogs, already batting .310. 2 doubles, a home run, and 4 RBI. The 2-0. Swing, and he fouls it left side out of play. Trying to make contact with the fastball at 93.
A former member of the Altoona Curve, he was signed by the Pirates as a 3rd-round selection in the 2019 first-year player draft, has played all over the outfield.
The 2-1 misses inside, ball 3.
Frazier signed with the Red Sox as a free agent before this season.
3-1 misses low, ball 4, and Frazier draws the walk. Still nobody out in the bottom of the second here in Portland.
Frazier missed the beginning of the season recovering from what he described as a leg injury. Was originally listed as on Worcester's injured list, but was assigned here to Portland through his early part of the season and has been really consistent at the plate.
First pitch to Nelly Taylor, misses low for ball 1. Taylor batting .179 on the year. has a home run and a pair of RBI against the curve this season. Again, this is the second time and actually the final time in the regular season these two teams will face off. 1-0. This is low and outside, ball 2, and curious to see what next year's schedule will hold because Portland has gone to Altoona the last couple of years, and we typically see a rotation between Altoona, Akron, Erie, and then Chesapeake and Richmond. Check throw over to first, and Frazier is back standing. Of not sending Portland to all of those teams in a single season. So we haven't been to Akron or Erie in a couple of years. We've been to Richmond last couple of seasons. Chesapeake the first time in 3 years. Later this season, it's a 2-0 pitch, misses low and outside, ball 3.
At this point, second inning, when you get this far down in the lineup, Nellie Taylor's already had some guys come back and tell him, watch out for that slider. It's been dropping inside or outside of the zone, and you're seeing a lot more patience in this inning from the Sea Dogs.
3-0 hit on the ground right side, and another base hit for Portland as Frazier decides to hold at second. And that is the third hit of the inning for the Sea Dogs. They continue to threaten with Caden Rose coming to the plate. 2 on and nobody out. Sea Dogs leading 2-0. And that warrants a visit to the mound from Kevin Walker. Entire infield comes in ahead of Caden Rose. Right now, Robinson just trying to record an out. I mean, that's 4 consecutive base runners after he retired the side in order in the top of the first, including Franklin Arias, the number 3 prospect in baseball right now, according to Baseball America, and then Nick Sogard, rehabbing from the Boston Red Sox. So you get the 2 biggest bats in the lineup out. And then here in the bottom of the second, leadoff single by Brannon, 2-run homer by Alcantara, walk by Frazier, single by Taylor. Robinson just trying to get out of the inning. I mean, honestly, he's just trying to record the first out. Not try to get too far ahead of himself, but at least get 1 out on the board. Rose stands in on the right side. 2 on, nobody out. And the pitch. Swing and a foul tip for strike 1, and that hits the face mask of the home plate umpire, Dylan Reeves. Falls onto the ground, but he seems to be all right. Up some new baseballs from the Sea Dogs bat boy. Rose attacking first pitch. Another fastball from Robinson. It's a 4-pitch mix. Here's the 0-1. Swing, and this one is popped up high behind the plate. Escudero onto the warning track. Makes the basket catch, and finally Robinson is able to record the first out of the inning as Rose just got a little bit low on that slider. And here was the hero from last night, walk-off winner for the Sea Dogs in the 10th. And Abram Liendo climbs in the right-handed batter's box. Had a pair of RBI last night, now has 40 on the year, the 0-1. A called strike, low and outside corner, and he's just now 5 RBI behind the team leader in Franklin Arias.
It's amazing what he's been able to do. 25 of those 40 have come since June 1st. He's been batting exactly 300 since June 1st.
0-1 through the legs of Escudero, back behind the plate. Both runners advance, Frazier to third, Taylor to second. Escudero having trouble with the fastball, and they might have just got a little bit crossed up on the signs. That one was just low, not necessarily in the dirt, just basically at the toes of Escudero. It didn't really bounce too much. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a nasty slider, low and inside for strike 2. Liendo down to the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Time is called.
Infield pulled in now for Altoona, defending the plate. Trying to keep this lead at a minimum.
Bounces again in the dirt, skips away from Escudero down the third base side. That gives Frazier plenty of time to score on the wild pitch, and it is 3-0 Portland in the bottom of the second. Robinson spikes another slider. Both base runners advance. Pair of wild pitches in this inning, and Liendo at the plate with an even 2-2 count. Enfield still having to play in with the runner at third. The pitch. Breaking ball leaves it high, and the count goes full. Nelly Taylor tagging at third. He reached on the single and is advanced to third on the wild pitches. The 3-2 hit on the ground past the diving Delgado into left center field. Taylor scores, and it's an RBI single for Abram Liendo. It is 4-0 Portland.
There's RBI number 41 for Liendo, who's been batting .350 with runners in scoring position in that streak we've been talking about since June 1st. Just clutch is the only word we could use to describe him.
Well, he's able to adjust his swing, and it looked like he sort of just stuck the bat out there to make contact to try to drive it right back up the middle towards the pitcher. He knew if he could just get it past the infield, Taylor would score with ease, as Liendo tags back up at first after the first pitch of the at-bat for Franklin Arias. But he's able to slow down the bat path, adjust to exactly what he needs in that moment with runners in scoring position. 1-0. Breaking ball, and Arias skies it high, third base side, foul territory. Escudero over on it, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Second pop out to the catcher this inning, and that takes care of Franklin Arias. Here is Nick Sogard.
First baseman Nick Sogard.
Sogard 1 for 5 this week with the Sea Dogs in his rehab assignment, and has worked a pair of walks. Has not been struck out.
Plus a hit by pitch yesterday, right to the thigh.
Always good to see him back out, especially you have rehab assignments. You never want anything like that to happen. Create the possibility of another injury. Trying to work back from something else as the first pitch misses high and outside, ball 1. Spins, throws to first. Liendo dives back in on the far side of the bag to avoid the tag of Moss. Robinson now up to 40 pitches. He was so efficient in that first inning. This is the eighth batter that he has faced as the 1-0 misses low and inside, ball 2. And he has thrown a couple of wild pitches that have turned to be costly. Here's the 2-0. This is outside, ball 3, and just missing the zone, and whenever he is able to find the zone, Sea Dogs have put the ball into play with 4 hits this inning, 3 singles, and a 2-run homer. The 3-0. Swing, and he fouls it left side out of play, strike 1. Moss holding on Liendo at first base. He does have 15 stolen bases on the season as he sidesteps off the first base bag. Robinson sets the 3-1. Breaking ball, a called strike 2, and a good curveball from Robinson that time. Drops it right in the heart of the plate. Count is now full with 2 outs and 1 on in the bottom of the second. The payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and out number 3 in the bottom of the second.
Well, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, and the Midnight Navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, diehard, and became a free agent after 7 years with the Rockies, and I wanted to be a Yankee so bad. Putting this jersey on for a headshot for the first time, it felt different than any other shirt I'd ever put on in my career.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
With 3 strikeouts, as this one roped on a line, left center field, dropping for a base hit. As this one is crushed, Eldon Celestin has gone yard. This one in the air, hits off of Gutierrez's glove, RBI double. And that's a fair ball rolling to the corner. Jordan trying to hustle over. Eldon Celestin has delivered on a cycle here.
Lease an all-wheel drive Hyundai Tucson SE for $209 a month, or get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days. Hurry in.
Unexpected throws you a curveball. ServPro helps you get back in the game. Serving Maine since 1976, we respond faster to any size disaster. So when never thought this would happen, ServPro's got you. Call 1-800-ServPro or visit servpro.com. Top of the third in Portland, just an absolutely beautiful day for Military Appreciation Day. We wrap up the 4th of July weekend. Samuel Escudero in on the right side. First pitch. This is inside, ball 1. Blake Wehunt on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. Has only allowed a pair of base runners. Dimitri with a double in the first, and McCarty worked a walk in the second. That's been all. A 1-0 pitch is fouled off at the plate, and the count evens 1-1 to Escudero. Has only appeared in 12 games this year for the Curve, batting .200 with 1 RBI.
First 5 outs of this game were recorded via the strikeout from Blake Wehunt, just to fly out to center field the 3rd out in the 2nd inning. Finally put something in the scorebook other than a K. 1-1 misses low and out of the reach of the catcher Baez for ball 2. 5 of the 6 outs recorded by strikeout. He had 8 last week in his performance against Hartford that earned him Eastern League Pitcher of the Week.
2-1, high and inside. It looks like it got Escudero maybe on the hand, trying to protect his face. Hanging that left arm down. Yeah, maybe that back right hand possibly. Tosses his bat and takes his free base. Escudero hit by a pitch as we head back to the top of the lineup.
Wehunt after was just staring at his right hand like, what just happened?
The fastball, we saw Ianson get a fastball yesterday that kind of got away from him, and Hollebets the day before. So it happens, and now the umpires are going to talk about that last play. Maybe see if Escudero went around? No, I definitely didn't go around. Maybe if he was actually hit by a pitch or not.
Or if the ball hit the bat.
I feel like we would have heard it. And you look at the Sea Dogs' reaction to the dugout. It didn't sound like, or doesn't look like anyone had that initial thought. Definitely didn't hear any sort of hard contact. That was all flesh. I don't know how else to describe it. Delgado in on the left side. First pitch swinging on the really good curveball from Blake Wehunt. And Wehunt has a variety of pitches in his arsenal to turn to, and that curveball seems to be working very efficiently so far today. 0-1. Misses outside, and the count evens 1-1. He features a fastball, a cutter, curveball, slider, and a splitter. Delgado struck out against Wehunt on a pitch clock violation in the first inning. Now hits a one-hopper to the second baseman. Alcantara throws to second, on to first. 4-6-3 double play. And another incredible play by Marvin Alcantara at second, starting the double play, making a really difficult fielding. I mean, he went back to his left into the hole, still was able to start the 2.
That middle infield duo of Arias and Alcantara have done really big things for the Sea Dogs this season, and that erases the lone base runner of the inning. Now 2 outs, nobody on.
First pitch to Gorson, misses low and inside for ball 1. Alcantara had another, not really similar, it was a little bit different, but 4-6-3 double play that he started in Altoona. And that was wildly impressive as well. Here's the 1-0, and it misses low and inside. Count falls to 2-0. But the pitchers just rave about the defense behind them. Anthony Ianson talks about when he sees a ground ball with 2 outs hit to Franklin Arias, he just starts walking off the field. He knows that Arias is going to make the play, and I have to imagine a similar thought process happens when any ball is hit to Marvin Alcantara as well.
I'm just really satisfied with the fact that all 4 of the infielders around the diamond right now are numbers 50, 51, 52, and 53.
It's the little details. Here's the 2-1. Foul ball left side out of play, and the count remains even at 2-2. Gorson, also a strikeout victim of Blake Wehunt, has 5 on the day so far. Wehunt takes a deep breath. The 2-2 pitch. This is high and outside, ball 3 as he goes to the sinker that time. And the count goes full. This is the 3rd full count worked by the curve today. 1 resulted in a strikeout, and the other resulted in a walk. The payoff. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the fastball at 95. That is the 6th strikeout of the day for Blake Wehunt. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Portland leading.
Kicks home for the 1-1. Hueso swings and hammers it the opposite way to left. Whitaker getting back onto the warning track. It's gone! Shockley pitches, and Nyans hammers this one. The Woodpeckers have gone back-to-back. And Alvarez drills it deep right field. Sanchez is back. It's gone! Back-to-back-to-back. Hueso, Nyans, Alvarez. How about that?
2-0 pitch. Ground ball towards third. Fielded by Paulie. Steps on third. Goes to second. 2 on the first. Triple play!
All right, so here's the Mets home jersey. To me, growing up in New York, also a very iconic jersey. The blue pinstripes that represented the Dodgers. Got the orange outline, which represented the Giants, which are the 2 teams that left New York. And then subsequently, the Mets were created. You know, my parents were Met fans growing up, and this was the jersey that I also dreamed of wearing.
Plan $30 for a single line.
Can you hear me now?
Get your local Verizon store today to check out the best value guarantee for new and existing customers. You can lock in a low price for 3 years on mobile and home internet plans only on Verizon. Additional terms apply. See store for details. Bottom of the 3rd, back in Portland, Sea Dogs leading 4-0 on our Military Appreciation Day as Baez grounds a foul first base side for strike 1. The 3, 4, and 5 due up.
Baez was the lone Sea Dog to not come to the plate in the 2nd inning as Portland sent 8 and scored 4.
0-1 is fouled straight back, strike 2. So Kyle Robinson on the mound, his 3rd inning in his Double-A debut. Also his curve debut. Started the season with High A Lansing with the Lugnuts. The 0-2. Swing and a foul ball right of us. Count stays at 0-2. And then when he was traded, he was assigned to the Florida State League in Bradenton. He only made one start with the Marauders. Pitched 3 innings. And then quickly was promoted to Greensboro. The 0-2. Just misses inside with a curveball, and the count falls to 1-2. And then with Greensboro, made 7 starts before he was promoted to Altoona earlier this week. The 1-2 grounds it weakly first base side, and Baez first wasn't going to try to run it out, but noticed the way that the ball was spinning and had about a 5% probability of actually rolling back into fair territory. So good decision by Baez, just in case that 1 in 100 chance happened with the ball rolling back into fair territory. Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes as Baez has fouled off 4 of the 5 pitches he has seen, and now looks to be asking for a new bat. Making sure that he gets the correct bat. Marvin Alcantara holding, I think, 3 or 4. So Baez heads back to the plate against Robinson. Right-hander readies, and the 1-2. Just misses outside with the fastball. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Robinson up to 51 pitches already.
2-2, grounds at third base side, out of the reach of McCarty, down the left field line. Baez around first, heading into second. Here's the throw from White. It's not in time. Baez now with a team-leading 17th double of the year.
Just a solid, competitive at-bat from Nate Baez. Was getting a feel for these pitches, second time facing Robinson. Fouled off a bunch, took a couple that were right outside the zone, and then found one he liked and just turned on it.
Leadoff double for Portland. Here is Brooks Brannon. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. And Brannon started the barrage of hits in the bottom of the second. The leadoff single and scored on a 2-run homer by Marvin Alcantara, who was on deck. 1-0. This is low and outside, ball 2. Baez tagging up at second base, and he's just been a doubles machine since the start of the year. The 2-0. Swing and a tapper to the shortstop, Delgado. Fires to first, that's in time. On the play, Baez advances to third. And here is Marvin Alcantara. Alcantara with his 6th homer of the year in the second inning. Climbs in on the right side as the infield plays in with the runner at third. Robinson has the signs. And the pitch. Swing and a foul ball right side out of play for strike 1. Baez tags at third and leads off. The 0-1. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 2. And now Robinson ahead of the count. No balls, 2 strikes, and 1 on.
Robinson is 6'6", and his arm comes completely over his head, so that curveball starts even above, probably around 7 feet tall, and then dropped in at the top of the zone. A lot of downwards break. Really nice pitch.
0-2. Swing on a fastball, and he fouls it right side out of play. Caught by a fan, of course. Robinson has the signs from his catcher, Escudero. The 0-2. High and inside, and that gets away from the catcher. To the backstop, Baez breaks for home, and he comes home to score on the wild pitch, and it is 5-0 Portland. Almost looked like Alcantara was supposed to be hit by the pitch.
I thought he was at first.
Might have been the sound of the ball hitting Escudero's glove. But Robinson having a lot of costly wild pitches today as the 1-2 check swing. He did not go around.
2 of the runs have scored via wild pitch, but for Matt Frazier, he advanced to third and home on wild pitches.
Yeah, 4 in total on the day for Robinson. Just unable to kind of pitch around those situations he puts himself in as the 2-2. A swing and a miss for strike 3, and that is the 4th strikeout and 2nd out at the bottom of the 3rd. Two out, space is empty for Matt Frazier. Infield shifts to the right side. First pitch. Misses high and outside, ball 1 with the fastball. Frazier has worked the lone walk of the game against Robinson, the 1-0 swing, and he grounds it foul first base side. Count evens at 1-1. Now, I saw a great video with Jason Benetti. He was talking about his pet peeves in baseball broadcasting, and he said that one of his pet peeves is calling this an even count at 1-1 or 2-2. And he said he admits fully he does it too. Here's the 1-1, misses low and outside, ball 2. But it's not an even count. It's even in the sense of the numbers, but not even in the sense of the count, because
That's
you
an
have
interesting concept.
more balls than strikes. Here's the 2-1. Frazier fouls it out of play. Count evens, 2-2. And he was laughing, saying that he does it. He says it's an even count in the sense of the numbers, but saying that doesn't tell the full story because the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's never a 3-3 count. Here's the 2-2. That misses high, ball 3. Leave it to Jason Benetti to make that point.
It's just so counterintuitive to me still. Because when I think about being even, you could think about scales.
2-2, and he bounces it third base side. McCarty backs up on it, throws to first, and it's in time. Great.
Wow. Old school D-backs jersey. This is our alternate jersey that we wore on Saturdays. I was the first team to wear the new colors. They called it Sedona Red. Don't mess up that color. Every time I wore this jersey, I would wear the high socks, black jersey, black hat. I just thought it was a really smooth look, and this is one that I'll never forget.
Picked up right where he left off last year. First pitch with a runner breaking, popped into shallow right center. Bradfield on the run along with Fabian, a diving play for the out. And with Jones running, he will easily be doubled up at first base. Just a matter of whether Fabian or Bradfield could make the play. Fabian did. Couldn't tell if Holiday put a little deke on Jones there. He went in head first on the dive. I don't think he had any idea.
One of the personal touches on the uniform is the gray, making it look like it's the old wool.
The great thing about the Birmingham Black Barons uniforms, very simple in regards to the triangle B and the block lettering for Birmingham across the chest.
This is something that's a little bit more geared towards the players. Having the tribute to Negro League, I think this is going to be a marquee moment for them in their journey.
To be able to honor and salute the legacy and contributions of the Negro League legends is just unbelievable.
It's time to see Ford in a new light. Experience America's best-selling trucks today, only from your New England Ford dealers.
You don't need it. Quality merchandise, great values, and a unique shopping experience. Ray's, a main invention.
Top of the 4th inning, Sea Dogs out in front 5-0 over the Altoona Curve. More on that on the play-by-play. Here's Perry Keatai.
Thank you, Emma. 4th inning of Blake Wehunt start today, and he has been absolutely dealing. He's allowed 1 hit and no runs through his first 3 innings of work. Here's Titus Dimitru. First pitch is a swing and a miss strike on the slider. We've talked about that wide variety of pitches from Wehunt, the slider and the curveball, 2 that are utilized often. That one's tapped foul with the changeup. And it's 0-2 to Titus Dimitru, who has the lone hit of the day. It was a double before the side was retired with a Callan Moss strikeout back in the first. Dimitru steps out, calls time to reset. The 0-2. High and inside, almost hits him. Dimitru hits the deck to get out of the way. That was coming right at his face. Wehunt already has one hit batter today, Samuel Escudero. And it's a similar pitch, another fastball, where he just released a little too early. Here's the 1-2. Yanked it the other way with the curveball. Count evens at 2-2. Following up Emma's conversation about Jason Benetti and saying the count's even when technically it's not, as that's a swing and a miss strike. And Titus Dimitru is sat down. I do believe that the count is even when the numbers are the same, because if you're looking at a scale and you have one of something and one of the same thing on the other side, that's when it's even. If you have two of something on both sides, still even. And even if there's three on one side and two on the other, then it's definitely not. Here's the first pitch to Callan Moss, called strike at the top of the zone with the curveball. So that is my take on the Jason Benetti pet peeve. The 0-1. Pulled outside. It's 1-1. Callan Moss yesterday at one point was the only member of the curve to even reach base. He doubled and singled, or walked and then singled. Here's the 1-1. Up the middle, bouncing, gloved by Alcantara. Sidearms to first in time, 2 gone.
The fielder number 3, Lonnie White Jr.
Sea Dogs were perfectly positioned for that one. Both Arias and Alcantara were pinched in towards the middle at second base. Now they shift a little bit to the left against the right-hander, Lonnie White Jr. Here's the first pitch. High and inside again, another fastball that almost gets away from Wehunt. The 1-0. Curveball misses high and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. As Wehunt misses up high with another fastball. And it's 3-0 for White, who had an on-base streak of 23 games snapped yesterday. The pitch misses high again, and it's a 4-pitch walk following back-to-back outs. So the Curve have a base runner here in the 4th. Portland with a comfortable 5-0 lead. But as we've seen this week, no lead is safe. Portland trailed by 9 runs, 9-0 on Tuesday. Came back, cut it to 9-8, and though they eventually fell 12-8, they definitely made it a game. Here's the first pitch. Popped up foul out of play right side to Will Taylor for strike 1. Still lots of baseball left to be played on this gorgeous afternoon. It's been a great weather week. The 0-1 called strike outside part of the plate with the changeup. And it's 0-2 with 2 outs and a runner on. Wehunt fires. Outside ball 1. Taylor set up on the right side. The pitch. Another foul ball straight back to my right side. 63rd game of the season for Taylor. He's been a staple in the Curve lineup since opening day, batting .235 on this season. Another 1-2. Check swing, but left it at the ball outside, and the count evens up at 2-2. Will Taylor was drafted out of Clemson by the Pirates in the 5th round of the 2024 draft. The 2-2. High and inside with the sinker. And the count is full after the 4-pitch walk. He had Taylor at 0-2. Now it's a full count. Big pitch upcoming with Ryan McCarty on deck. And Wehunt balked. He faked at a pickoff towards first, came off the mound, and is called for the balk. So Lonnie White Jr. advances to second. Full count, 2 outs, a runner in scoring position. The payoff. Popped up very high, but out of play behind the plate. Everyone reset, including Wehunt. The payoff. High and outside, ball 4. Couldn't bring that curveball down. And it's back-to-back walks for Wehunt. Now there's runners on first and second for Altoona with 2 outs. Here's Ryan McCarty, who is a recent addition to the Pirates roster. Not the Pirates roster, the Altoona roster, but he's a recent addition to the Pirates organization. As he began the year in the Blue Jays organization, was as high as AAA with the Buffalo Bisons for Toronto. Then was released by the Bisons, signed by the Pirates days later on July 1st, and sent down to AA here with the Altoona Curve. Yesterday was his first hit with the Curve, and it was a 2-run monster shot. First pitch, high and inside. When Wehunt's missing on that fastball, all of these have been head level inside to right-handed batters. And McCarty crushes one, foul. That would have been monster shot part 2. That one clears the clubhouse by a mile, nearly onto 295. The 1-1. Another one foul, but right side that time towards the Expo off the end of his bat. And the count is 1-2 to McCarty. Playing at third base, he made a nice throw to beat the runner for the 3rd out of the 3rd inning against Matt Frazier. Taps the plate and readies with the bright yellow batting gloves at the back of the box on the right side. The 1-2. Misses upstairs, ball 2. McCarty played 29 games with the Bisons as that pitch misses outside, and it's another full count. Back-to-back walks already, have runners on first and second for Wehunt. In those 29 games, he batted .239 with 1 double, no triples, and no home runs. The payoff, outside, ball 4. On 2 outs after retiring the first 2 batters in the inning, Blake Wehunt has loaded the bases on walks. So here is Shaylin Polanco as pitching coach Juan Rivera comes out of the dugout for a chat with Blake Wehunt to calm him down. The first walk was on 4 pitches, but these last 2, he's been ahead in the count on 2 straight counts and just has not been able to put them away. Taylor and McCarty both fouled off a couple of balls, kept battling until they saw the pitches they liked. Getting out in front here is crucial. Nowhere to put Polanco if Wehunt does put himself in danger of walking another batter. Polanco in on the left side. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. White the lead runner at third, Taylor at second, the 1-0. Outside that time, ball 2. Ryan McCarty at first, and now Shaylin Polanco. A favorable 2-0 count. Blake Wehunt needs to deal a strike right here. The pitch, he does just that. Fastball into the zone, called strike 1. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Another 2-strike count for Blake Wehunt. Can he get himself out of this jam? Up to 75 pitches. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 8 for Blake Wehunt. Loads the bases on walks, leaves them all stranded. And we're on to the bottom of the 4th on the Sea Dogs.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
I'm helping these kids be the best versions of themselves, and I'm also representing like where I came from. In the Zilla team, I was working with a creative guy that was with Nike. I work with my best friend who manages this team with me, and we kind of just like put together like what we think would look cool. We went like Godzilla theme. You kind of get to help them grow up into a young man and help them just make the right steps forward, and that's really why I started it, to have impact.
Financial need will meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors.
Our friends at Northeast Credit Union are celebrating Kind Kids. NECU is seeking nominations from kids age 17 and younger who consistently demonstrate compassion and kindness towards others. For complete details or to make a nomination, visit thelyc.com/nicecatch. Kyle Robinson returns to the bump for his 4th inning of work. He'll face 7, 8, and 9 at the very least in the Sea Dogs order. Nelly Taylor, Caden Rose, and Abram Liendo. First pitch, Taylor goes after it, fouls it back into the netting for strike 1. Nelly Taylor Jr. from Florida, center fielder. leads the team in steals. The 0-1. A called strike on the outside part of the plate with the sinker. 96 miles an hour from Robinson that time. And it's quickly 0-2 to Taylor. The pitch in at the knees, Taylor takes. Will Turner has been on the injured list for a couple of weeks now. During that time, Nellie Taylor leads the team in walks, the 1-2. Barely gets a piece of it foul. On a defensive swing, count will stay at 1-2. 38 walks on the season for Nellie Taylor. Will Turner, once he's reactivated, will take that back over. He's at 52 at the moment. The 1-2. Check swing did not go around. As the fastball is pulled outside, count evens at 2-2 for Nellie Taylor. And that's actually a new pitcher on the mound. Pardon me, the 2-2 misses inside. It's Dominic Pipkin, the 6'4" righty from Pinole, California. He misses inside. The count is full. The payoff popped up a mile high, trailing left. Will it stay in play? It does. Right on the line, but third baseman McCarty goes out to make that play. There's one gone in the inning. Here comes Caden Rose. Sea Dogs leading 5-0, 5 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Altoona, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. Their best opportunity came in the top half of the 4th. Here's the first pitch to Rose. He takes a fastball, top of the zone for strike 1. Wehunt recorded the first 2 outs of the inning, then loaded the bases on 3 straight walks, but finished with a strikeout as Rose swings and misses for strike 2. He's down 0-2. And Wehunt was nearly at 80 pitches after 4 innings, so we'll, in all likelihood, see a new pitcher come in unless Wehunt has a couple more outs left in him. Tied last week's total with 8 strikeouts in those 4 innings. The 0-2, swing and a miss on top of the 99-mile-an-hour sinker from Pipkin. 2 quick outs here in the 4th. It's the bottom of the order. Abram Liendo, who hit an RBI single in the 2nd. First pitch. Swings and misses. At the slider down low. Infield playing straight up against the third baseman on the right side. The 0-1. Outside, ball 1. Liendo up to 41 RBI on the season, trails just Franklin Arias and Brooks Brannon. The 1-1. Called strike, high and inside corner. Batting .227 on the season, but over 300 since the beginning of June. 2-1. Misses outside, and the count evens up at 2-2. And a big part of that for Liendo has been the increased plate discipline. He has 10 walks in that span. The 2-2. Reaches and swings and misses there. It's a drop third. He's tagged out, and the side is retired in order. We're on to the top of the 5th.
Here we go. This is a classic road jersey for Boston. This is the first uniform I put on when I came with Boston. When you see those 2 socks together, that's one thing I know I had to do. I had to make sure I had my red socks high, okay? My 2 red socks, because, you know, there's 2 here.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city?
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
At Row in sales. We really do work harder for your business.
Visit ITEW567.com. We'd like to thank Kennebec Savings Bank for their sponsorship of the fifth inning.
Top of the fifth inning at Delta Dental Park. Bottom of the order, Samuel Escudero leads off 9-1-2. Due up for the curve. One hit today for Altoona, no runs. Blake Wehunt is back out there at 76 pitches, and there is someone warmed up in the Sea Dogs bullpen, so we'll see how long Wehunt stays out here as he deals a first pitch ball to Escudero. Had been rolling through the curve until issuing 3 straight walks. That really boosted that pitch count as that one's on the ground to short, scooped by Arias, and the throw is well in time for the first out of the inning.
Shortstop number 22.
Wehunt is the reigning Eastern League Pitcher of the Week. He was Portland's opening day starter. Went just 2/3 of an inning in that one, allowing multiple runs, and then spent a short time on the injured list. First pitch to Delgado, called strike at the top of the zone with the cutter. Took a little bit to build up to this kind of length. He had some 3-inning, 4-inning outings, but has been looking like that opening day starter in a good way. Not actually how he played on opening day, but looking quality-wise like an opening day starter as of late. The 1-1. Low and inside. Delgado moves ahead. He's 0 for 2 today. Leadoff batter. He struck out on a pitch clock violation on a full count to start the game. Kind of set the tone for Altoona. Here's the 2-1. Misses outside. And Escudero, or Delgado, is ahead 3-1. Infield shifted to the right side. Wehunt fires. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and the count is full once again. Delgado calls time. And resets on the left side. The payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 9 for Blake Wehunt. He sat down 2 in a row. Here's Deuce Gorson.
Second baseman number 2, Deuce Gorson.
Wehunt chasing his season high of 11 strikeouts, which he did in a 1-0 outing at Reading. First pitch, pop-up foul left side. On the pitching side, his previous season high was 83 pitches. He's at 85 today. The 0-1 misses inside. The count evens up at 1-1. Gorson at second base today. The pitch. Chopper foul into his own dugout. And he's down 1-2 against the righty. Wehunt working from the windup. Gorson steps back in on the left side. The 1-2. Pop up. Left side out of play. Another 1-2. Popped up infield. Second baseman Alcantara camped.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience. Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
The 0-2. He popped foul left side. Wallace again gives chase at this foul ball. He might have room by the dugout. He leaps right in front of the dugout and makes the catch right in front of the dugout.
Alternate identities are always great because it just adds a new layer.
When you talk about Rochester, our most famous cuisine is the garbage plate. It became so popular that Thursdays are for the plates in Rochester.
The first alternate identity that we had was the Albuquerque green chili cheeseburgers.
So that's what makes minor league baseball great. We have an amazing ability to get in touch with our community.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
Gum, patches, and lozenges. Because quitting tobacco with a little extra help is more successful than quitting cold turkey. Quit like a Mainer. Enroll online at MaineQuitLink.com or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
You can take a free genetic cancer risk assessment by scanning the QR code on the video board now.
Bottom of the fifth inning, top of the order. Franklin Arias leads off as the Sea Dogs lead 5-0 on this sunny Sunday afternoon. Dominic Pipkin back out for a second inning of work, retired the side in order in the fifth. Arias 0 for 2 today. First pitch. High and inside for ball one. Arias has just been undeniable recently. The 1-0. Checked his swing, left it back at ball two. Arias has a hit in 11 of his last 12 games. That one hitless game was a pinch hit at bat in the 9th inning. Ground ball to third, gloved by McCarty. Tosses to first in time for out number one in the inning.
Spring Meadows Golf Course second batter, first baseman Nick Sogard.
So Arias will have to try to continue his team-leading 6-game hit streak when he comes back up later today. First pitch ball taken by Nick Sogard as the Sea Dogs begin their third time through the order. The 1-0. Called strike on the inside part of the zone. Count evens 1-1. Sogard, the major league rehabber, reached twice yesterday on free passes. The 1-1 curveball high and inside. Also made some really impressive sliding stops and throws from shortstop yesterday. Swings and misses at the sinker high and outside. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sogard set up at first base today. The 2-2. well high and outside. And the count is full. Second full count phase today for Sogard. Struck out in the second. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Pipkin has once again retired the first 2 batters in the inning. Here's Nate Baez trying to break up that streak. Portland plated 4 runs in the second, 1 in the third. Here's the first pitch to Baez, a beautiful curveball that drops in right at the top of the strike zone. Pipkin 6'4". Baez swings and misses strike 2. Both he and Kyle Robinson have a lot of height up on the mound. Means their extension is long. When you have a longer extension, you release the ball later, it's harder for the batter to see it. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, a foul tip, caught by Escudero, and Dominic Pipkin has retired 6 Sea Dogs in order. We're on to the top of the 6th on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
Leading off the top of the first inning is the Substance Ale, Bissell Brothers flagship IPA.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
And it's tapped slowly towards short. Cespedes, bare hands, throws, got it! Yes, sir! Laps 5 with Ronnie Hernandez.
Getting traded to Boston from Chicago. You see here the traditional jersey. I love a road jersey because it says where you're from. And this is simple, clean, and cool. And then you see this patch right here. This is from the 2013 postseason run, which was unlike anything I had ever been a part of, to punch through and hoist that trophy. Boston strong forever, baby.
Celebrate America's 250th birthday with KM, a New England favorite, and the hot dogs you choose for when it matters most. Enjoy KM at your nearest concession stand or find them at your local grocer. KM, the official hot dog and sausage partner of your Portland Sea Dogs. And if you're listening in the park and you have yet to see the KM art installation downstairs, I highly recommend. They are recreated historical portraits of guys like George Washington and Benjamin Franklin eating hot dogs or holding hot dogs. They're really well done. We had one of them up in the booth with us a couple days ago. First pitch, high fly ball, foul. As Hedixson Paez is into the game to replace Blake Wehunt. What a start for Wehunt. In his last 2 combined starts now, Wehunt has gone 11 innings with 17 strikeouts and just 2 total hits. The 0-1. Perfectly dotted on the outside corner for strike 2. 0-2 count for Titus Dimitru. Infield playing straight up. Heels on the edge of the outfield grass. As Paez delivers. Dimitru checked the swing and laid off. Hedixson Paez outside of the Major League rehabber, of course, Nick Sogard. He's the only guy on this team. Here's the 1-2. Check swing. He went around. That's a cold strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Hedixson Paez. He was taken by the Chicago White Sox in last year's Rule 5 draft, made the 40-man roster, pitched for the first time on opening day for the White Sox. But after recording an ERA of 18 in 3 appearances, first pitch curveball inside to Callan Moss, he was designated for assignment, therefore returned to the Boston Red Sox, who assigned him here to Portland. The 1-0. Soft grounder, third base side, and foul for strike one.
Please, Jesse Roman, the guest services, Jesse Roman.
Paez, one of 6 Venezuelans on the roster for Portland, the only Venezuelan pitcher. Spent all of last year down in Greenville. The 1-1. Right up the middle on a bounce into the outfield. Paez leaned out of the way as that one was 95 off the bat from Callan Moss. And there is a runner on base. Second hit of the day for the curve. Here's Lonnie White Jr. First pitch, fouled back into the netting. This is the part of the order where Altoona goes heavily right-handed. They've got Delgado, the switch hitter, leading off. So for him, it depends what side of the plate he's on. Gorson batting second is a lefty. Then you have 5 straight righties. Polanco, who's a lefty, and Escudero, who's a righty. The 0-1, a big swing and a miss at the changeup. Was on top of it, and it's 0-2 for Lonnie White. From Coatesville, Pennsylvania. The 0-2. Soft grounder, foul left side. Count will stay the same. Paez kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with another changeup. That's been his knockout blow. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Hidikson Paez. Here's Will Taylor with 1 runner on. Portland leading 5-0 on 5 hits. Those 5 runs came in the second and the third. It's been quiet for both sides since. It's been quiet for Altoona all day. This one looking eerily similar. Not eerily, since it's a good thing for Portland, but very similar as Taylor takes a first pitch curveball. Beautiful pitch, drops right at the top. To last Sunday, exactly 1 week ago today in Hartford, Blake Wehunt started with 6 scoreless innings, 1 hit allowed. Then the bullpen came out firing, and they ended up with the 6-0 shutout. The 0-1 down the middle with the fastball. And it's quickly 0-2 for Will Taylor. Already 11 strikeouts for Sea Dogs pitchers in the 5th inning. The 0-2. Foul tip. Fell out of the glove of Baez, or I think it hit the ground first. So the count will stay the same, but Taylor gets another chance. Infield pulled to the left side. You've got Sogard holding on Moss at first base. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another changeup. Another knockout punch from Hidikson Paez. He strikes out the side. Number 12 on the day for Portland. And we're on to the top of the 6th on the Sea Dogs Radio Network.
starter Henry Baez was very good. Line drive.
Glove by Leo, and a leaping catch at shortstop. Leo DeVries slap a little leather line drive handled by the Hounds.
The Bhutanese dragon is a very uniquely designed dragon, and so we did have to make sure that we were staying very true to the dragon that you see behind me.
We had to get special permission from the Bhutan Olympic Committee because this is a national flag, so luckily we've been working with the Olympic Committee the whole time, so it was a very easy approval process once we sent the appropriate documentation.
The whole creative design was done by the Hudson Valley Renegades. They did an amazing job.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
The 8th pitch is a line shot right field side. Monticello dove and got it! No way! A game-saving play.
For 90 days. Hurry in.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Sea Dogs lead 5-0. Adixon Paez allowed a single, but otherwise struck out the side in the top half of the inning in relief of Blake Wehunt. Sea Dogs up to 12 strikeouts out of 18 total outs today. Here's Brooks Brennan. First pitch inside, he hops out of the way. 4, 5, and 6 due up for Portland. Brandon, Alcantara, and Frazier. Brandon 1 for 2 today with a single. As he takes ball 2 inside again. New pitcher on the mound, Cy Nielsen. 6'3", a right-hander from Spanish Fork, Utah. The 2-0. Brandon drills it to deep left field. That is long gone. Brooks Brennan, a solo shot, and Portland leads 6-0. Center fielder Will Taylor just turned and waved goodbye as Brennan just destroyed that ball. 110 miles an hour off the bat for his 12th home run of the season.
Every time the lighthouse goes up. The second baseman, 52, Marvin Alcantara.
Second home run of the day. Here's the guy who hit the first one, Marvin Alcantara. And he takes the first pitch ball outside. The 1-0. On top of it with a swing and miss. Count evens 1-1. Very clean line score for the Sea Dogs. 6 runs on 6 hits. The 1-1. Well high and away for ball 2. Marvin Alcantara out of La Victoria, Venezuela. Has been with the Red Sox since 2022 as he takes ball 3 outside. Counts at 3-1. Has been in Portland since May of last season. 3-1. Inside, and that hit him on the back leg. Would have been ball 4. But he does take some contact. Free pass one way or another. Alcantara stands on first. 6-0 lead for Portland with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th.
That arc throws down, never drives the stamp in 6th batter, Matt Frazier.
Here's Matt Frazier, first pitch. Top of the zone with the fastball. It's a called strike. Frazier looking for some revenge on his old team, the Altoona Curve, his old organization, the Pirates. Would be happy to come up with the series win this week after trailing 2-1. The 0-1 pulled it outside, count evens up. Alcantara takes a small lead at first. Nielsen gives him a look, the 1-1. Check swing from Frazier kept the barrel back for ball 2. The 2-1. Foul left side. Acting manager Kyle Sasela gets out of the way. Count moves to 2-2. Matt Frazier from Fresno, California, told me that he got into baseball because his father, Terrence, was a minor league baseball player himself for a period of time, was selected by the Oakland A's in 1992. So he said his dad taught him how to act like a professional, because that's what this is. This is a job. And you have to give your full effort every day. You have to work through the tough times. The 2-2. Misses inside. Frazier moves away, and the count is full. Alcantara takes his lead at first. The payoff. Called strike 3. Right down the middle with the fastball at 92 miles an hour. Took a long time for home plate umpire Dylan Reeves to make the call, but Frazier and everyone else in here knew that was the strikeout pitch. Out number 1 in the inning. Here's Nelly Taylor, 1 for 2 with a single. Came around to score in the second. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Nelly Taylor, the player who has made the most obvious improvements at the plate through the season for Portland, batted .094 in April, .203 in May, and .246 in June. Something you love to see if you're on the Sea Dogs coaching staff and the Red Sox organization as a whole. Ball 1 misses outside. Alcantara retreats to first base. Pick off towards first. Alcantara back standing. Nielsen set up on the first base side of the rubber. The 1-1, runner goes. Throw down to second is in time. They say Alcantara left the bag. He slid and beat the tag, but he fell off the base as Gorson was applying it. So Alcantara is thrown out in the base paths for the second out of the inning.
It's a great call by the umpire. He's right. Alcantara overslid on the far side, and great shot from our first base camera operator. And unfortunately, Alcantara just couldn't keep at least some sort of semblance on the bag at all.
The 2-1 is a huge swing and miss from Nelly Taylor. Both of his swing and miss strikes have been at fastballs in the upper part of the zone. 2-2 with 2 outs now. Base is empty. The pitch. Called strike 3. Another one at the bottom of the zone. And Nielsen works through the inning after giving up a leadoff home run to Brooks Brennan. Sea Dogs lead 6-0 on.
Here's the pitch from Ryan.
Swings this ball hit pretty well. Deep left field. Is it going to be a fair ball? Yes, and a 3-run home run by Charlie Condon. And Albuquerque puts up a crooked number early to take a 3-0 lead.
The next pitch.
Swings, and this is crushed again. Long gone again for Condon. Past the Miller line landing. 2 at-bats tonight, 2 home runs, driving in 5.
The 0-1. There's a swing and a fly ball down the left field line. That ball gone into the seats. Walk-off home run, Rhys Hines.
Swing, and this one out towards left. It gets down, and Jace Bowen has a 1-out single. 2-2. Swing, and it's lofted out towards left. Taylor jogging around third base as Bowen will stop at second base. 1-1. Davis drifting back at the wall. He turns. It's gone. As he gets the triple in the 8th inning. Jace Bowen has hit for the cycle.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
Using the Simplicity Plan, $30 for a single line.
Can you hear me now?
Jordan's Furniture, ready to make a style and need help finding it. Shop Jordan's Furniture at the main mall or online at jordans.com. Leading off for Altoona, the third baseman, Ryan McCarty.
Sea Dogs lead 6-0, top of the 7th inning. Adixon Paez stands up there after striking out the side in the 6th. With more on the play-by-play, here is Emma Tiedemann.
Thank you, Perry. And the Sea Dogs with a commanding 6-0 lead here in the top of the 7th. Got some help from the home run ball today. His first pitch is grounded to the shortstop, Franklin Arias. Fires to first, 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the top of the 7th. Paez piggybacking after Blake Wehunt, and Wehunt another really masterful performance on the mound with 5 shutout innings, allowing just 1 hit. Issued 4 walks and pitched himself into a predicament in the top of the 4th inning after issuing 3 walks to load the bases, but still did not give up a run. Here's the pitch. Polanco takes it for a strike on the high part of the zone for a called strike 1. See the slugger, the Sea Dog, back there in MLB TV taking some pictures with all of his fans. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Slugger, a Hall of Famer, literally, and also a Hall of Famer in our hearts, but still has not come away with a dance-off win yet. He's also never won a base race in the history of the franchise either. So some tough stats for old Slugger, the Sea Dog. The 0-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Follows up the 1 pitch out with a 3-pitch strikeout. And that brings up Samuel Escudero.
5 strikeouts through 1 2/3 innings for Adixon Paez.
Sea Dogs pitchers. A lot of movement on the pitches today. We saw that from Kyle Robinson for Altoona as well, as Paez fires in the fastball for a called strike 1. But a lot of these off-speed pitches, you saw it from Wehunt with his curveball. Just dominant. Here's the 0-1. Drops in the off-speed that time. Paez, and ahead in the count, 0-2.
Paez's curveball today has been my favorite pitch to watch because of how slowly you watch it breaking in, imagining myself as the batter, how slowly you watch it break in, realizing you have no chance at it.
0-2 misses low, the change up for ball 1. But also just seeing a fastball in the low 90s, and then you couple that with that curveball, and it looks good. Eyes slide up, and then all of a sudden you swing and you miss. It just drops right out of the zone at the last second. Here's the 1-2 to Escudero. Swing, and he taps it foul at the plate. Count stays at 1-2. There's the curveball again. Very, very soft contact, but Escudero is able to make contact. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Paez looks in. Another 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the changeup. That is already the 5th strikeout for Rickson Paez through 2 innings. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Portland leading 6-0 on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
As there goes the runner, this one hit high into right field and looking up as that one is fair. As this one hit, and that one is gone again. 2-1. This one hit high into right field. Going back at the wall is White Jr. He leaps up, and that is another home run for Eric Hartman. His 3rd of the game.
The 1-2. Goes down looking. It's a combined no-hitter for the Grasshoppers. 4-0, the final score.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Steppings comes home. Harry swings and lines one towards the left field corner, and Objeski to his right dives after this and makes the catch. Man, is he having a night? It is serious. And Rob's Genf here.
Technology doesn't have to throw curveballs your way. From comprehensive technology services to hands-on expert support, our experienced IT team is here to keep things steady, respond quickly, and support your goals like a true all-star teammate. Systemarchitecture.net, an IT management company.
At Northeast Delta Dental, we love to see people smile. And as the leading provider of quality dental coverage for Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont, we're committed to helping entire communities smile. Whether it's through education, supporting our veterans, or giving and volunteering, we're helping to make our communities even stronger. Learn more about Northeast Delta Dental at nedelta.com. We think you'll find a lot to smile about.
Look closely at this truck. You'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. The Ford F-150. It's time to see Ford in a new light. Experience America's best-selling trucks today, only from your New England Ford dealers.
Bottom of the 7th inning back in Portland. Just a beautiful Sunday afternoon as we wrap up the homestand. Kids will be running the bases post-game after we've, unfortunately due to weather, had to cancel the last couple of kids run the bases post-game, and now it will happen on this just gorgeous Sunday afternoon. Sea Dogs will have the day off tomorrow and then travel to Manchester, New Hampshire, take on the New Hampshire Fisher Cats for 6 games. And then it'll be the All-Star break, 4 days off before returning back to action here at home against the Yankees affiliate, the Somerset Patriots. And first pitch to Caden Rose, launches it to left field. White Jr. turns and it's off the wall, kicks back into left center field. Rose into second, and it's a leadoff stand-up double for Caden Rose, his 8th double of the year. Here comes Abram Liendo. Sea Dogs back on July 17th against the Somerset Patriots. See there on the replay, Rose bouncing that off the call Joe Bornstein side on the main monster. Here's Abram Liendo. Fireworks will also return on July 17th on that Friday. Be a quick 1-2-3 series against the Patriots. First pitch. Called strike on the inside part of the plate. And the Patriots were actually just being no-hit by the Hartford Yard Goats in their series finale, and Somerset able to avoid the no-hitter. We have at least one hit on the board now. The 0-1 misses outside, and the count evens 1-1. Sea Dogs leading 6-0 over the Altoona Curve. They plated 4 runs in the second, added another in the third, and then had a solo homer by Brooks Brandon in the sixth. The 1-1 called strike on the low and inside corner, and Leendo quickly down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Rose leads off his second. Now Leendo calls time. He helped start the scoring for the Sea Dogs in the second inning with an RBI single. But Portland, for the most part, has just been capitalizing on wild pitches. Has not really been a clean game for the Curve pitching staff. The 1-2 misses low and inside, and the count evens 2-2. But despite all of the wild pitches, there has only been 1 walk and 1 hit by pitch. You would kind of assume that maybe those numbers would be high as well, but they really aren't. Leendo skies it high into shallow right center field. Polanco charging in, leaps for it, and it's out of his reach into center field. Rose up to third, and Leendo slides in safely to second base. It was a collection of Polanco, the right fielder, Taylor, the center fielder, and Gorson, the second baseman, going out. And Polanco made a sort of last-ditch effort, leaving his feet. And Taylor just looked on. Sea Dogs taking advantage now with 2 in scoring position for the top of the lineup in Franklin Arias. The infield playing in. Back-to-back doubles now to start the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Arias is a called strike on the outside part of the plate. He's 0 for 3. Strikeout, a pop out, and a ground out. Rose at third. Leendo at second. Nielsen kicks and delivers, and it's way out of the reach of the catcher. Escudero gets a lucky bounce from the backstop. The ball went right back to Escudero and really gave Caden Rose no chance to attempt for home. And you see there, he did take a step and a half towards the plate. Arias quickly tells him to head back to third as Escudero was able to field it very quickly and prohibit another run scoring on a wild pitch as the 1-1 pitch misses low and outside, ball 2. So good teamwork, good communication from Arias and Caden Rose, but that has just been the way of this game for the Sea Dogs. Almost just waiting out some pitchers, waiting for a wild pitch to score as the 2-1 pitch misses high and away, ball 3. Both base runners tag up. Nielsen, the lefty, kicks and fires. Taps it foul, and the count goes full. First time that Arias has worked the count full today. Saw him swinging a little bit early in some of the at-bats. Now taking his time against the lefty. Time is called, he steps out. Nielsen sets. The payoff. Swing and a liner past McCarty at third base into left field. Rose scores. Here is Leendo. It's a 2-run single for Franklin Arias. Hits it 102 off the bat. He comes through and now has 47 RBI on the year. Sea Dogs lead 8-0.
Another really competitive at-bat from a Sea Dog. We've seen a lot of those today, getting down on 2-strike counts, keeping your head in the game, fouling off some pitches before finding that square contact. A lot of barrels found today for Portland.
Now Nick Sogard climbs in the right-handed batter's box. Switch hitter on his Major League rehab assignment. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. And 1-0 pitch misses low and outside, ball 2. Arias can never count him out, no matter the count, no matter how his previous at-bats had gone up until that point. A 2-0 pitch to Sogard misses low and outside, ball 3. Arias is always dangerous. Tags up at first, no longer being held on by Callan Moss, the first baseman. The 3-0. Called strike on the low and inside corner with the slider. (3-1). Swing and fouls the right side, and the count goes full for Sogard. Sogard today 0 for 3 in his Major League rehab assignment. Nielsen looks in to Escudero, now comes set. The payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sogard goes down on strikes for just the first out in the bottom of the 7th. And this is a little reminiscent of the second inning for Portland. They started off with back-to-back hits, a single, a walk, and then another single. And here Nielsen faced 3 batters before retiring the first batter. Here's Nate Baez, the catcher. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Sea Dogs up 8-0 with Arias at first. He tags up to reaching on the 2-run single. Nielsen fires. Called strike, low and outside. So Nielsen ahead in the count early, no balls and 2 strikes. Lefty calls time. He sets at the chest, looks to Arias at first. The 0-2, a high drive through right field. Polanco to the wall, reaches, or has to wait on it, kicks off the mimic side. Arias to third, and Nate Baez comes through with his second double of the ball game. 18th of the season now, and Polanco had to sort of readjust. You see him rotate back to his right, and then didn't extend a hand to try to make the catch, just made the decision to play it off the wall. And the Sea Dogs just keep on hitting. Here comes Andy Fox, the manager, for the curve. And there will be a change on the mound as he points to the bullpen. With 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, runners at 2nd and 3rd. With Brooks Brandon coming to the plate, we will step aside. Sea Dogs leading 8-0 with a new pitcher coming in for Altoona on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon. Leading off the top of the first inning is the Substance Ale, Bissell Brothers flagship IPA. Hailing from Portland, Maine, standing at 16 ounces tall, Subby, as his teammates call him, was an early standout in his 2013 season debut, delivering bright and balanced hop flavor alongside smooth, crisp, Maine-made satisfaction. Find Bissell Brothers all season long at Hadlock Field. You earned it, bud.
You put your whole heart into this place because you're proud to be a New Englander. Working long hours, helping neighbors, and giving every day your all. Lighthouse Credit Union was created by and for your community to help you stretch every dollar, borrow money with confidence, and save for the future. Because we know that the people that keep this place running are the ones that make it feel like home. Lighthouse Credit Union, for those who keep the lights on.
We have the Sea Dogs Rewards app. Today's code is appreciation. Enter in the code word today on the Sea Dogs Rewards app. on your iPhone or Android. The code is APPRECIATION, as it is Military Appreciation Day here at Delta Dental Park. Today's code word is appreciation, APPRECIATION. Be sure to save up your points, earn rewards as the season goes on. So the Curve go to the bullpen. They come out with another lefty. And Brandon Neek, 26 years old, Rule 5 draft selection by the Pirates, ahead of Brooks Brannon. Had a home run in his last at-bat, and the Sea Dogs threatening for more here with runners at second and third and one away. Neek with the glove to his right, hit ball to his left side. Taking his time looking into his catcher, Escudero. The pitch. This is high and outside, ball one.
For the Sea Dogs today has been all about the power. 6 of their 10 hits for extra bases, 4 doubles, 2 home runs.
Neek kicks and delivers. Misses outside, ball two.
A lot of these Altoona pitchers have been working up high in the zone, trying to draw some swing and misses, but instead, Portland's been able to square their bats up and make that high contact and drive it over the infield.
2-0. High and inside, ball three, and a little bit of an opposite type of game for the Sea Dogs offense than we saw on Wednesday. Or rather on Thursday. The majority of Portland's hits in that 9-3 win were singles. There's the 3-0. And it misses high, ball four. Brandon works the walk, and that loads the bases in the bottom of the 7th. Marvin Alcantara coming to the plate already with a home run today. 2-run blast in the 2nd. Was hit by a pitch that caught stealing in the 6th.
The system architect who got next batter, Marvin Alcantara.
Marvin Alcantara stands in on the right side. Base is juiced with 1 out. In the bottom of the 7th, Portland leading 8-0. Gonna make this one really get out of hand as Neek now has a pitch clock violation, and he came close with Brooks Brannon. That first pitch he delivered, he really waited until the final seconds. Now he comes set, the 1-0. Called strike. We saw the first strikeout of the game, technically by Blake Wehunt, but that was via the pitch clock violation. So 2-1 game, both against Altoona. 1-1. This is high and away, ball two. Brannon at first, Baez at second, Arias at third. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. The count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Neek with a 1.72 ERA this season, 0-1 record. The 2-2 pitch to Alcantara misses high, and the count goes full. Sea Dogs have worked the count full 3 times in this inning. One resulted in a 2-run single by Franklin Arias. The other resulted in a strikeout of Nick Sogard. Neek readies. The payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Alcantara goes down on strikes for the 2nd out in the bottom of the 7th. Base is still loaded for Brandon Neek, and here comes Matt Frazier. Lefty-lefty matchup. Frazier in on the left side. Base is loaded. Brandon Neek comes set. Kicks and delivers the first pitch. High and inside, and it hit Frazier. It did. Hit him on his front right shoulder. It's a bases loaded hit by pitch. Brings home Arias, and the Sea Dogs lead 9-0. Bases remain loaded.
That's another $10 donated to the Get Pennsylvania Hunger by the Federal Credit Union. Read your better.
Here comes Nelly Taylor, the 9th batter to come to the plate. And I was earlier drawing comparisons to the 7th inning versus the 2nd. Well, now the Sea Dogs have sent 9 batters to the plate in this inning. They sent 8 to the plate in the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch to Nelly Taylor, swing, and he slices it foul left side into the seats for strike 1. Taylor today 1 for 3, a single and a run scored. All 3 base runners tag up with 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch. This is high and outside, and the count evens 1-1. Portland with 9 runs on 10 hits today. Curve offense limited to just 2 hits as Taylor takes a big swing and a miss for strike 2. Chases the slider outside. And now down to the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 away. He sets up on the first base side of the rubber. Again, taking his time. Flirting with that pitch clock. The 1-2 line back to Neek. Hits off his leg. Picks it up. Throws over to first. And it's in time for the final out of the inning. And the Sea Dogs leave them loaded as we head to the top of the 8th. Portland on top, 9-0 on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
I went through a bad divorce. My ex handled all the finances and ruined my credit. Coworker said, try your local credit union. It changed my life. The credit union character.
This one hit well, deep to left, and Nashville is on the board. 3-1, 2 outs and nobody on. Fly ball deep to left center field, and he has a 2-homer game. Fly ball well hit, deep to left center field. Victor Scott the second at the wall. He climbs, it's gone. It is a 2-run ball game. A 3-home run day for Luke Adams.
Barquisimeto, Venezuela, 27-year-old. Here's the pitch. Line in the shallow right. In comes Pinckney towards the line. Galloping forward, dives! Makes a spectacular catch! Andrew Pinckney lunging out and making a slip and slide grab near the right field foul line for the first out of the bottom of the 2nd. And then Pinckney laying out there and reeling it in. So 1 out to begin the bottom of the 2nd.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
On Military Appreciation Day, presented by General Dynamics Bath Iron Works. Sea Dogs leading 9-0. That's the cherry on top as kids around the ballpark get ready to run the bases post-game. And Edison Paez will try to continue the strong outing by Sea Dogs pitching today with Blake Wehunt starting and then Paez following. He has retired 5 in a row since a 1-out single in the 6th. First pitch to Kaner Delgado, misses inside, ball 1. Delgado 0 for 3, a pair of strikeouts, both against Wehunt. This is the first time he's facing Paez. 1-0. Misses low and inside, ball 2. Delgado, the switch hitter, batting on the left side all game. Wehunt, the starter, right-hander. Paez follows him up, a right-handed arm. The 2-0. Called strike. Low and inside with the fastball that time. Blake Wehunt just dominant again. 5 shutout innings, 1 hit, 4 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Here's the 2-1, and it's a called strike on the inside part of the plate. And talk about some movement, and we have had some promotions the last couple of days with Caleb Bolden going up to Worcester, now Patrick Halligan. Bolden has since returned. But you got to think that Blake Wehunt now is putting himself in that conversation as well. The 2-2 pitch. Swing, and he pops it up high, right side of the, shallow right center field. Alcantara backpedaling, makes the catch, 1 away. As Wehunt's last outing earned him Eastern League Pitcher of the Week honors with 6 shutout innings. And then against the Somerset Patriots, 3 2/3 innings, but he only gave up 2 earned runs.
But it's the strikeouts, too. 8 strikeouts last Sunday, 9 strikeouts this Sunday. You're showing that you're drawing those swings and misses.
Swing and a miss for strike 1 by Deuce Gorson.
And that you have that control of the zone. That's what makes pitchers good at the next level. It's not just being able to blow it by a guy at a lower level because you're better than the competition.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Yeah, the walks, though, you got 4 walks today by Wehunt. He issued 3 against Somerset on June 16th, but none last week against Hartford. So maybe that's just consistency of the zone would be maybe the last box to check for Wehunt. But he has really done well. He's already increased his numbers of innings pitched month by month after starting on the injured list. As the 0-2 is a swing and a miss for strike 1. I mean, he technically did pitch an inning or 2/3 of an inning and then immediately went on the injured list on opening day, but has settled right back into the rotation.
How about 6 strikeouts for Paez as a reliever?
And Paez is sort of the 6th starter, kind of the odd man out at times. Here's the first pitch to Dimitru. Cold strike on the inside part of the plate. So you see him piggyback, and kind of like yesterday, you had Patrick Sandoval start, Anthony Ianson piggyback. You don't have to use the bullpen. Rocks and fires the 0-1 to Dimitru. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Paez has retired 7 in a row. This is his 3rd inning of work. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Portland leading 9-0. Here's the 0-2. Misses low and outside, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Paez kicks and fires. Bases low and in the dirt, and the count evens 2-2. Change up that time from the right-hander.
Rodelli Martinez is into the game behind the plate as well.
Getting him some reps. The 2-2. Fouls it right side and out of play. And Dimitru just keeps on battling. Dimitru working some good at-bats in this series. Has had a strong series here in Portland. Batting .247 on the season. The pitch. Just misses low and inside. And the count goes full for Dimitru. Paez looks in. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 up, 3 down with 2 more strikeouts by Hidix and Paez. 7 on the day. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
1-2. Maduro grounds it towards short. Holiday diving stop, glove flip for 1. What a play! But Ethan Holiday with a spectacular stop.
The 8th pitch is a line shot right field side. Monticello dove and got it! No way! A game-saving play.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
Next pitch, hit high in the air to right field and deep, and he figured that one out. Bye-bye! High as this ball game in the first inning. Here's a fly ball into left field. Boy, that ball is hit well. That ball is carrying, and that ball is gone! Back-to-back jacks for him today. High fly ball, left center field deep. Corona back at the warning track, at the wall. That's 3! And now Cooper Ingle joins that club.
Scored one of the 3 runs in that inning. First pitch misses high for ball 1. He sets. And the pitch misses inside. Did it hit him? It did. Looked like Rose tried to maybe tiptoe out of the way of it, but he's walking down the first base line. Front left foot maybe. And Rose doesn't have any protective gear. No elbow guard, no shin guard, no foot guard, nothing. So he reaches in that leadoff spot for the second time. Here's Abram Liendo. He stands in on the right side, also doubled in the 7th, having a multi-hit game. First pitch. Inside at the hands for ball 1. First pitch slider from the lefty. Rose tags at first, not being held on by the defense. The pitch. Called strike, and the count evens 1-1. Seeker from the lefty knee, and Rose still obviously in a little bit of pain. Kind of squinting and grimacing. That one's going to hurt. Might see him come back in New Hampshire wearing some sort of foot guard after that type of experience. But you see Abram Liendo sporting the shin guard and the top of the foot guard as well.
On the contrary, he's been in baseball long enough that I'm sure he's been hit by a pitch on a foot before.
2-1 swing and a miss, and the count evens 2-2.
And still chooses not to wear protection. I can't imagine that would be the factor. If it's really about his performance, that would change his mind on that.
Kyle Teal, the former Sea Dogs catcher, never wore anything either. All about preference. Time is called, and Liendo steps out. But also, as it's healing, you probably don't want to get another pitch to the same spot.
That is true.
Especially unprotected. Here's the 2-2. Adam misses low and inside. Count goes full for Liendo. Franklin Arias on deck in the series finale. There is a right-hander starting to throw. Here's the 3-2, and that misses inside, ball 4. After the hit-by pitch, it's a walk issued to Liendo, and back to the top of the batting order. And Franklin Arias says Josh Loshorn starts to warm up for Altoona in the bullpen. First pitch to Arias, swing and a foul ball back to our right for strike 1. Arias today 1 for 4 with a 2-run single, a run scored in the 7th. Oh, 1. Misses high, and the count evens 1-1. Neek sets. 1-1. Swing and a miss on the high fastball at 92, and Arias down in the count, 1-2. Curve obviously hoping they don't need low short here in the bottom of the 8th. But again, the Sea Dogs capitalizing on lead-off base runners as Arias calls time. Forcing the pitchers for Altoona to face multiple hitters before they're even able to record an out. 1-2 inside at the hands of Arias, and the count evens 2-2. 96 from the lefty and Brandon Neek. Two. Low and inside, ball 3, and the count goes full for the second consecutive at-bat. First was by Abram Liendo, and worked the count full, drew the walk. He stands at first. Caden Rose at second. He was hit by a pitch. Neek readies. And the payoff. Swing, and he grounds it foul third base side. Neek now at 28 pitches. Leandro tags at first and Rose at second. The payoff. Outside ball 4. Back-to-back walks, and that loads the bases. As Rose moves to third, Leandro to second, Arias now at first. And here comes Nick Sogard.
It's funny, Emma, as soon as you mentioned that the free passes had been relatively low for Altoona, here in the 8th inning, they're starting to stack up with the hit by pitch and back-to-back walks.
And now the pitching coach for Altoona heads out to talk with Brandon Neek and Escudero, the catcher. Because again, Sogard is going to be the 4th batter to come to the plate before an out is even recorded here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So it's trying to throw anything over the plate.
We ask that those participating please line up behind the first base concourse after the game. First baseman Nick
And now
Sogard.
Neek will take the mound and face Major League rehabber and Nick Sogard. First pitch, misses low and inside, ball 1. Swing and a foul ball back to our right. Almost into the press box. Bounces back into the seats. And the count evens 1-1. Called strike 2. High and outside with the slider. Sogard at the plate with the bases loaded and nobody out. A huge spot for Sogard, who's 0 for 4. The 1-2. High and inside. Count evens 2-2. All 3 base runners leading off their respective bases. Neat kicks, the 2-2. Swing and a foul tip. And Sogard goes down on strikes for the first out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Second strikeout of the day for Brandon Neek. Here is the catcher, Nate Baez.
Rodelli Martinez getting his first at-bat of the day after coming in for Nate Baez. Baez had a great day, pair of doubles. Martinez now getting some key reps behind the plate. Doesn't get them often, so great opportunity here to give Baez a little early ending to his day.
First pitch swinging, bounces at first base side. Moss has it, takes it to the first base bag. And it's an RBI ground out for Rodelli Martinez in his first plate appearance of the day. The Sea Dogs lead 10-0. 2 away now for Brooks Brandon, the designated hitter. Actually, we're going to have another pinch hitter, and that is Ronald Rosario.
Everybody eats today for the Sea Dogs.
Yeah, why not empty the bench, especially ahead of the day off tomorrow? Even with the day off tomorrow, it's even a pretty light day on Tuesday. Sea Dogs traveling down to New Hampshire. Leave the day of. It's a pretty easy travel day. Definitely the closest opponent the Sea Dogs have. Sea Dogs, of course, being the furthest northern east team in the league, as Rosario swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back for strike one. A 1. This is a little bit outside, ball 1, and the count evens at 1. Rosario on the year batting .255, 17 RBI. Runners at second and third, and 2 away in the bottom of the 8th. Sea Dogs up by 10. 1-1. Check swing, and he went around for strike 2.
The Sea Dogs have just loved series finales this season. They did lose in their last homestand on Sunday, but that was their first homestand Sunday lost since their first homestand in April.
1-2. Swing and a foul tip held on by Escudero for strike 3 and out number 3 in the bottom of the 8th. Sea Dogs get another run across as Portland leads 10-0 as we head to the 9th on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
Leading off the top of the first inning is the Substance Ale, Bissell Brothers flagship IPA. Hailing from Portland, Maine.
Grounded through the left side, base hit, 32nd RBI of the year. That ball gone, a home run, 3-run shot for Hector Rodriguez. Down the right field line, that's a fair ball. He's a triple shy of the cycle. Warning track wall, it is off the wall, and it bounces away. Rodriguez headed for third, dives in, ahead of the throw, it's a cycle for Hector Rodriguez.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
I was in AAA, and right before the game, they said, no, you gotta stop. You need to hurry up and go to Cincinnati. You're about to go play a game there. You got 45 minutes till the game starts. So I get in my car and I start driving, and all I keep thinking about is, which jersey are they wearing that night? So when I get to the locker room, I see my jersey hung up, and love the white jerseys, just the stitching on it, the old school feel to it.
Dogs looking to hold on to a 10-0 win here to close things out on this 4th of July weekend, 4th of July homestand. Wrap up the series with the Altoona Curve. Edixon Paez on the mound. Coming in relief of Blake Wehan. Wehan 5 scoreless innings. It'll be Callan Moss. Stands in on the right side. Start things off. The pitch. High chopper, left side of the infield. Third baseman Leendo has it. Throws to first, 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the top of the 9th. Brings up Lonnie White Jr. Lonnie White Jr. 0 for 2 today with a walk. The pitch. Called strike on the inside part of the plate, and Paez has just been Wonderful through 3 innings. Into his 4th here in the top of the 9th. No runs, 1 hit, no walks, 7 strikeouts. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. All of his pitches are working for him. He's getting swings and misses on every pitch. He's on every variation of a pitch. Fastball, changeup, curveball. Say this is probably Paez' best outing of the season.
Absolutely.
0-2. Misses in the dirt for ball 1.
This is the version of Paez that caused the Chicago White Sox to take him in the Rule 5 draft last season, and he didn't get much of a chance to show what he was worth at the big league level. But he's showing today what he can be for the Red Sox organization.
1-2 to Lonnie White Jr. Just misses low and outside, and the count evens 2-2. If he finishes this inning and tosses 4 in relief, that will tie his season high. He's done 4 innings a couple of times. Last time was on June 20th against Somerset. Only recorded 2 strikeouts, however. A 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And for Paez, that is his 8th strikeout. And the Curve are down to their final out in the 9th. Portland leading 10-0. 8 strikeouts is far and away the most strikeouts in an outing this season. Rocks and fires the pitch. Swing and a ground ball, third base side. Liendo has it, throws to first, and that's the ball game. The Sea Dogs win in the series finale. A 10-0 shutout win over the Altoona Curve, and you saw wonderful work from Blake Wehunt starting for Portland, and then it was Hideki Paez closing things out with 4 shutout innings in relief, 1 hit allowed with 8 strikeouts for the right-hander. Sea Dogs in the series with the win, 10-0 the final over Altoona. We'll take a break, and Perry will have your post-game show on the other side of it. Sea Dogs Radio Network presented by Verizon.